Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank each and every one of y'all for clicking on today's video. Well, it's a nice day. It's got a breeze to it. Y'all need to get up. Yeah, this is all fixing to end right here, guys. The grass is doing absolutely amazing, but for some reason, the animals think they have to stay up here and eat all the grass here. But we are going to be fixing that today. That's right, I said we're going to be fixing it because I'm going to be putting an electric fence around it, our front yard. That way, the goats might come over here, but they will get shocked. But I wanted to share with y'all, didn't do very much recording with this, but wanted to share with y'all. What's wrong with that baby? What I have been doing the last couple days, and that baby was limping for some reason. What are you doing, baby? Oh, was that? I can't tell if that's pink or if that's blood. A little bit closer. Looks like she's got to hold some makeup or something. But anyways, the last couple days, I actually come down here, as y'all seen in the video prior, that I was putting up the wire inside the chicken coop. And I finally got them really, really tight, like I wanted. Getting super close to getting ready for the babies to come in here, some of them. We're going to put the chocolates in one, but I'm going to have to bring some more dirt in over here too, because you can see how the water basically come in and just flooded this area. But Josh, the guy I've got helping me, he kind of showed me that it is high up here and all the water is tracking right back down here. So, which tons of water still built up. I need to get the tractor over there and I'm going to drag it down so the water will all drain down and we can dry this out, because honestly, we was going to start the next one, but right now it's just so wet. Now I will say Josh did show up yesterday, and me and him did a lot. We got the wire up here, and then we also got the doors installed. So super excited that we are getting ready to start moving chicks over here. Now I will say on this end here, we're going to have to bring dirt around and build this up because it's washing out right here. I just noticed that the hinges are like that. Well, right now that's fine. We got to cut this door down still, but I tried to leave gap in here, but we may look at it a little bit later. But right now I'm just needing space to get chickens in here. But I may take those back out and put them in like this, like I had in the other ones. We'll just see. It really doesn't matter. I mean, they really, really look good, but that's just nothing really, really important. But however we do it, we're going to have all of them that way. We still got to put our nesting boxes on back there. I know we're going to put the chocolates in there because we have the small pen up here, which I may go ahead and take that pen down there with the chickens now, since I've let them out of the pen in there because it just stays so muddy there. But I know I've talked in other videos what I was going to do to prevent the rain from running where the chickens are. So I'm going to build up a mound. I don't know when, but that's how I'm going to stop the rain from coming through here. And then hopefully we can eventually have enough of pens for everything. Oh, she's on the egg. So did she really just hop out of there? So we still have this little turkey here. She's sitting still. I don't know how many eggs she's got under. We just left her in there. Now, we left her just because that's in a pretty secure location, but the other ones, like I say, well, she was sitting there, but she didn't lay an egg. like the ducks. I don't know if we put that in the video or not, but we've actually tried to let the ducks sit over there at the neighbor's yard, but it didn't turn out. Something actually got in there and got the eggs. So we have several eggs in here, but I think what we're going to do, those are going to be for the house. We're not really trying to actually hatch any more barnyard. Now, if we get some eggs like from these guys here, yes. But yeah, that's just too many barnyard. Hopefully once we get this pen here completed and then we get another one, we'll start having a lot of room for all the chickens. And then, like I say, once the barnyard get up big enough, we're just gonna let them run free. Anyways, what I'm doing now is we're going down and getting the electric fence, and I'm coming up the house. I got some poles and we're going to set the poles out, and then I'm gonna start putting electric fence around the house. For one, I want to keep the big animals off of them, and then try to keep the goats, but may not be able to keep the goats off of them, but we're definitely going to try, because that grass is growing really, really good. I am excited about that. So we're going to run down here and get some of this electric fence that we had up here, and we're just going to go around the yard so we can try to keep our yard, the animals off the yard. We'll see if it'll work. But as I was telling you, we had some ducks we had a duck that was actually, I don't know if she put it out or if I did, but there was a duck sitting right there. And our neighbor was keeping an eye on them because it would have been cool to see the ducks, actually hatch and be on the pond. Well, he called me. Well, actually, it was the day the goats got out. That's another thing. We got to go over here. We got to start putting fence on that far side, because for some reason they got all this property out here, but they found one area up there where they can get out. So we're going to put some fence up there. Hopefully today we'll be able to, because we're wanting the goats to run free out here to eat the grass and stuff, and that way they don't have to be on hay. But here's the deal. If we can't keep them in until we get our permanent fence up, we may have to lock them up and let them eat some hay. But we're going to grab this wire. It's electric fence netting, and that's what we're going to use. Although now I am going to run up the house. We're getting ready to put the fence up, but I am going to share with y'all some news, but I'm going to go get my lovely wife first. Move it or lose it. Move it or lose it. And that's another thing, that badger, honey, spot, and the goats actually stay up here all the time. And that's what I want to get taken care of, get them off of there, because this is really green, and I don't mind them eating it, but I hope they ain't getting the roots. Hey, y'all guys got to go on now. Go. Badger, go. Y'all got to go on. Eat that out there. That's really tall. So anyways, let me go in here and get my lovely wife, and we can break some news to y'all. All right, guys, so I told you we had some news to share with you. Come up here. Got my lovely wife so we can share the news with you. If y'all remember 4 or 5 videos back, we was telling you that we thought about getting another side-by-side. Well, I said I thought about getting another side-by-side because Steph had been wanting one. And
mainly because, the kids have to, we all have to pile in and sit in laps, and it's just not very safe. Most of the time I can just get a couple kids because the other 2 are doing something else or something like that. But there's often times that all the kids want to go right around, and it's just, it's not safe. We can't go very far anyways.
Have friends come over.
Yeah.
We always had to switch out. But anyway.
We had family come over too.
Yeah.
And showing them the new property and everything, and I had to hop in the back.
Yeah, right on the back of it. But, we try to involve y'all as much as we can on the farm, because by y'all watching our content and showing y'all's love and support to our family, that's what allows our farm to grow. And we talked about, our zero turn was fixing to be paid off, and our feed grain bin was fixing to be paid off, and that we was debating on whether getting a side-by-side or not. and trying to figure it out. In which a lot of y'all kind of went with it. You know, you already budgeted with it. Might as well go ahead and keep it in the budget, even if it did cost a little bit more on the payments. And there was some of y'all that just was totally against it, but that's okay. But, you know, here's the deal. Like I said a while ago, we don't have to have y'all's approval. We try to let y'all be as much a part of our family as we can. Like I said, we love each and every one of y'all, and we like involving y'all. So now it's the drum roll. You ready? She's already got it. She's already got it dirty, but
I got it dirty. Okay, yeah, maybe.
all right. So here it is. It is the Defender 10,
Yep.
HD 10.
10.
It is a lot bigger than what I wanted. I actually wanted HD 7, which
Well, we both did.
we both wanted HD
We
7.
didn't need nothing super max.
But the deal was I asked them how much it would be to put doors on a HD 7, and they got us the kit and everything, and they said, well, the whole kit out the door to seal it up is I think was like around 11,000. And we started putting numbers back and forth with the side by side. And actually, I told them to get us a price on that out the door. So they come up, brought the papers up, and they brought another paper with them and said, hey, here's a HD 10 that has already got doors on it. It's got a winch on it, and it's got heat and air, which I didn't really care about the heat and air, but they set the price side by side. They said, well, now one thing, because I told them, I said, maybe later on we will put the doors and stuff on the HD 7. And he said, well, the only bad thing about that is if you decide to do that, you cannot install heat and air in one of these once they're already out. So we went back and forth, and after looking at the numbers,
it wasn't too much.
I think it was $2,800 to get a HD 10 from an HD 7, which that's got almost double the horsepower. And yeah, and it also had the winch on it. The HD 7 we was looking at didn't have the winch. Now we did look at one like Cassie and Gary's, and we really liked it as well, but I just didn't like the doors because you didn't have one solid door. Yeah. But the only thing, I mean, we like it, but the only thing that I don't really like, I wish the doors open this way. They actually open this way.
And they don't open as wide.
They don't open as wide, in which you could extend this to make it wider, but we may look into that. And stepping up in it is a lot taller, but we could get some smaller tires and put on here and make it a lot lower. But once again, you know, this isn't something we're going to be taking off-roading or anything like that. It is really nice. It almost seems too nice for the farm, but I'm going to let Steph actually kind of show it off. You know, she's always wanted one, and I don't know if you've seen in the video, I did tell them that I was trying to do this secretly, but I mean, not 100% secretly, but we knew we wanted one, just didn't know when. And yeah, so this is it. I'll let her show it off now.
All right. So the main thing, I think the number one thing that we wanted different than, besides being 2-row, we wanted, that was the number one thing. So the number two thing was we wanted a windshield and the top, just because we have to feed the animals if it rains, if it snows, any kind of weather conditions, we still have to feed all the animals. So we just make do with what we had over there, but that was like the number two thing. So this windshield, you can just pop it open and it's just like that. I mean, that's probably going to stay down.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can drive with it up as well.
Yes.
And then as well as you see, it does have windshield wipers. Go ahead and turn it on, babe.
Shut this back.
Yeah, you can.
So I can show the windshield wipers.
Yeah, don't turn the windshield wipers on. I'm going to show them the doors.
I'm just kidding. There ain't no water.
Yeah.
It's real quiet.
It's really quiet. And then it's also got electric windows. Like I say, it is a little a little too fancy for the farm, I think, but it gives Stephanie. Here's the everything out here is all of ours, but some things are more favor to one another. But Stephanie can get on it, take the kids riding around. She does. She rides a lot back there in the property when we have people come over as well. And that is the really cool thing that we get to share with everyone now. But
the the windows on the front are electric, but then you go to the back and they are actually, what do you call that?
Roller. Just manually.
Yeah, manual. And the kids, I don't remember which one it was. I think it may have been Addison, I think. But she was like, Mom, what's this for? And I was like, that's how back in the day we used to roll our windows down. So I don't really know why they did these in the back, those in the front. I don't know. But I thought it was funny that the kids didn't really know that. But there's the back.
Yeah, it's really nice. And here's that we had it out in the rain, in the mud. Another thing, it does just like our HD7. You can raise that up and you can dump it and do what you got to with it. It does have way more horsepower than the HD7, but really the horsepower stuff, we don't really care about that because for one, we just really use them to get around the farm. And when I looked at it and I asked them, I said, so is all of the doors like this for the Can-Am like this? And they said yes. And I got to look and I was like, well, even if I put it on the 7, it's still going to look too fancy for the farm. But
we wanted more of an in-between this heavy and what we had with those, which was that mesh stuff.
Yeah, the mesh. And then we got to look and it's super easy to actually take these doors off if we decide to take them off. And that might be something we do. And another thing I got thinking, I was like, well, if we do get that HD7 and we just will never be able to put AC in it. And hot summers, yeah, you want some AC when you're rolling around with the windows up. It's got the leather. Is these leather seats? Not leather. Yeah. I don't know what kind of seats you call them, but it's got some kind of cool fabric on them.
And your toolbox.
Got your little toolbox over here.
And he said that you can move that toolbox under any seat.
Yeah.
Well, like the back seats.
Wherever
you want it to go.
And this one has cup holders, which no big deal. And then it also has the rest here and a cup holder deal. And then just like our other one, it's got the toolbox that you can actually remove as well. So I thought that, I like that on the other one as well.
Then you can move this
upward, if you need to. So, but the most important thing that I love about it, and I think Steph can agree with me, we can shut the doors and the goats cannot get inside there.
Yep.
We can now lock stuff up so they don't get in there. So yeah, that's the big thing. But anyways, we're super excited, and it was right there with the budget that we had already basically been paying for the grain bin and the zero turn. So really we wasn't out nothing extra.
No.
But and we know that there's going to be a lot of y'all that are super happy for us, and we know there's going to be a lot of y'all that just are upset and going to talk trash because that's just what people do. And that's okay. Everybody's got their opinions. I might try to be too realistic with everyone and involve y'all, but then I feel bad if I don't, because there is probably a large majority of y'all that are with us every night we go live, and y'all are basically part of our family. And I always like to interact with y'all, but the other half is the one that gets upset, and a lot of that is jealousy. But you know what? Anyone can do what we're doing. I mean, pick up a phone, go record, and share your life. Anyone can do it, but I promise you, there's a lot of hard work to it. And that's what a lot of people don't realize, how hard it is to do what we're doing, especially the first 2 or 3 years. That's where people don't really see the struggles building a social media platform. Now, when you start getting bigger and getting a larger following, yes, that's when it starts getting fun. That's when you start growing.
We
But
start figuring it out too.
yeah, figured a lot of it out.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of our friends that helped us along the way, and I will never take the credit from that, because we had our friends help us. You got to get in, build friendships, true friendships. Don't build them just try to get what they got, or friend them just because of that. If you build a true friendship, I promise you everything else will fall in place. And that's just part of life. But like I said, it has been an amazing 4 years now that we've been out here, almost 4 years.
Yeah.
And we have been growing, growing, and growing. And we're just setting the bar to the next level and trying to reach that goal, reach the next goal. Because if you set your goals where you're going to reach them, you're never going to achieve that big goal. So we always set our goals way up here. So when we do hit it, it's a super exciting day.
It's a big achievement.
Yes. And this here is a big achievement. And we got to thank each and every one of y'all for watching our videos and y'all's love and support. So those comments, yeah, they do help. A lot of people don't think so, but they do. Now with all that, I'm going to go ahead and get back to starting to put up the fence. Steph's got some things she's going to be doing in the house. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get busy and putting up fence and try to keep these guys off of the grass. So
Patches is getting close.
sure is. But all right guys, so we're going to go ahead and start. Now I will say that the ground is a little bit hard, but I did forget this is all gravel.
Yeah.
It's sitting on gravel. So I couldn't find my hammer at the time, and I went and got one of these monkey wrenches, and we're going to go ahead and do this because we got to hurry because we got ball tonight. How many games we got tonight?
Just 2.
Just 2 tonight. So we're going to get busy and try to get this up, because I don't want the llamas and the goats. The llamas basically live up here, so that's the whole theory, and then maybe the goats will stay away. But I may have to tie off to that, so I don't know. Go ahead and put a... Oh, that one's good. Oh, let's...
Right here. Close enough.
I'll do... Yeah, because I want them pretty close so they stay tight.
See, that's what I was thinking.
That grass is coming in good though. I ain't gonna have enough poles. Because all these other ones we have, they're on this, like, once we get done with that fence, we'll have a bunch.
Get these 2.
And then that is what we'll push mow this with the push mower. Because I'm not really worried about my side, because we
drive on it all the time.
Well, not the grass, but we may end up taking that down. Wow. I may just do this then.
Where's all of our other ones? They're not all on this.
Huh?
I said, where's all of our other ones?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we have more somewhere.
No, each one of those little gaps right there's got one.
Yeah, I know, but I thought we had more.
Oh, right there's some. I'm sorry, the eggs, they gotta go. See how many eggs we got in there today. Oh, God.
There's no one on it now?
No, there ain't nothing on it. There's 5. Hey, look here.
The turkeys were on it. Oh.
So we had been leaving this here because the turkeys and guineas had been on this.
It was
And-
really Buddy though that was knocking it over.
Yeah, and all this was inside there, and then Buddy knocked it over and made a big mess. So I think the guineas stopped laying there after we gathered all the eggs, but they got another spot now, so we gotta figure out where it's at. We need to get them to come and pour that concrete.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. All right, so let's go around front and get started. It might be best to, I don't know how that got wrapped in there like that. Well, we never know until we start. Oh man, this is all.
Edge this. Oh no, Brandon, this is not how you do it, sir. This is the corner piece. You got to go on this outside.
Is that right, baby?
That's right.
Well, I'm happy for
Trying
you.
to mess me up.
I'm happy for you. Hey, it's working though. It's working. It's coming together.
We're gonna need a whole lot more string though,
Yeah, we might have to.
because we're gonna have to have at least 3, but I'd like 4 runs.
All right, guys. So I'm down to the last row, but I do know that we can go back there and get some off that top fence up where the baby goats or the mama pen were, because we are going to redo that fence kind of in the same way that it is, but it'll be a different type of fencing material, and we won't need that electric fence there. So we'll just monitor it and see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and splice into this right here and see if we can get 2 wraps out of this. I'm tired of running the goats and all the animals off the grass, so hopefully this will fix it for a little while. Honey, you better eat all that you want, because you're fixing to not have access to it. I've got all that grass out there, but don't eat mine. All right, we're going to run down there and see if we can find some more, and then we'll be back. Electric fence. Hey, that thing's working. We ain't even got the electric hooked up yet, and they still won't go in there. But it is raining this morning, but we have got to get some things done. We've got to get the baby chicks moved over here. I think the rain's going to move out. I started this morning by bringing dirt in, which everything's really muddy right now. So I'm hoping, by the way it looks, the clouds and stuff is drying up. So we can go ahead and start bringing dirt in. And that's what I'm wanting to do, is bring the dirt in, because for one, I got to put some dirt inside, but we got to go ahead and go around on that side as well. And then back over here in the other corner, we got some goat chickens in there right now, which it's pretty neat. But eventually, Steph said she wanted to, we may end up building something like this further on back, but it's going to be an actual barn. So this here, we've got to put some dirt in it. And kind of bring it up a little bit. And last night I was worked pretty late last night on this, but trying to drain this out so where it will actually drain down. So we got to put some kind of drain here so the water doesn't go back into the chicken pens. But that's the whole ideal. So what I'm doing is coming through and kind of taking a dip out of this, and that way it can roll back that way and go back towards the creek. And we're going to build this all up here so water will not actually go inside or actually flood it. If we can keep that from happening, and it may be one of those deals, I come over and put dirt on the side of this here just to keep water from going in. If we can make that happen, it's going to be awesome. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go ahead and set the camera back here a little ways, and I'm going to start hauling dirt, which probably won't show you all of it. We'll just show you bits and pieces of it. And after that, we've got to go take care of the chores and stuff. I'm just trying to get this as much as I can done so I can at least start putting some baby chicks in. We want to welcome all of the new subscribers that came over and joined our family. We welcome you here and we thank you. If you're new, please drop a heart down there and let us know this is your first time here. We greatly appreciate your love and support. And yeah, all the birds are doing really good. Like I said, we're not really gathering, basically making the chickens lay eggs. I've got a recipe that we can actually give them in about 3 days. We'll start getting some eggs, but we got way too many baby chicks. I think we're well over the 700 mark. We moved some around yesterday, but we'll eventually have them out here. The barnyard will eventually let them run free once they get bigger. So I'm gonna get them back on the tractor. So I'm still bringing some up, which I will say my first couple loads, there was some wet stuff in it. From there, I started throwing it off the back there. But I'm gonna try to keep bringing some dry stuff up, try to mix it with the wet so it'll walk it in. Because I need to bring it out here, and then I'm gonna cut it back this way. And hopefully I can get my tractor through there. If not, what I thought about is actually taking this pin here and putting it on the other side of that in there, and that'll give us an open area to we can actually work on. So we'll see. What I'm doing here is taking this tree out, which I hate to take it out, but we wanted to save it. But with what we got going on here, I need some more room over here. So it's going to work out. But Steph's going to be just a little bit upset because this tree I'll probably eventually take out, and the cedar tree as well. But Stephanie likes that cedar tree for some reason. Or at least I think it might have been this tree. I don't know. But all right, guys, we just got back from town. Went and got something to eat. Let this dry out a little bit more. And we're getting ready to get started. That dirt up there, it's actually dry dirt, so we're going to put it up there to make it like pack in really good. So I did break the news, Steph, that I took out the tree. she wasn't too mad. So, but no, I'm just joking. It had to be took out because eventually we want to try to get this all one grade after we get these pins up. And but the main thing, hopefully this drain deal that I'm trying to make, it works, but we'll see when it gets here. We'll see when it gets more rain. Just to show y'all what I'm doing is when I put the dirt there, it was pushing this in. So where I kind of went wrong with this one, we didn't put a hoe in the ground here. I should have, but I didn't. I may go in and put another one in here at a different time, but for now I'm going to put some braces up there to keep it braced out so it doesn't push in like it did. All right, guys, we're parked under a tree. Once again, the storm just popped up out of nowhere. Is the hell over? All right, guys, just like that, we had a storm pop up. I went in to get the kids, and we ran into a storm that produced hail. Luckily, we got under a tree and parked before it did too much damage. But we get to come over here and see if our water drain system's working, so that's pretty neat. Well, I mean, if I'd have cleaned that out before it rained, I think it would have worked and straightened that all out up there. But let's go check out the pins. I'm glad it rained so I can actually see what we got going on here. Well, we do have rain in here. Why do we have rain in here? Where's that rain coming from? Possibly right there. It's going to be coming from this side over here.